Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, December 25th, which is Christmas Day, through Sunday, December 31st, 2017. This is the last week of the year 2017, and we're gearing up for a brand new year, a brand new energy, 2018. Make sure to be on the lookout for the monthly angel card reading for January, the first month of that new year. For this week's weekly reading, we're going to be using the Power Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine for your main message. Excuse me, your special message card, depending on your stone of choice this week, is going to be coming from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. So let's start by taking a look at your stones of choice for that special message card. Now, we have a lot of Capricorn energy going on here as we near the end of the year. So I chose all jasper stones because jasper has a nice grounding energy effect. So your first stone of choice here is called Picture Jasper. And the Picture Jasper, again, has a very grounding energy. It's very harmonizing, and it helps with a strong connection to the earth or to Earth Mother Gaia. This also helps to promote feelings of responsibility for the planet. Okay, your second stone of choice is Yellow Jasper. The Yellow Jasper is, again, also grounding. It helps with insight within spiritual work. It helps with mind travel and with meditation. Now, this does relate to the solar plexus chakra because it is that pure yellow color of the solar plexus. So this also helps with self-confidence and courage. Your last stone of choice is Leopard Skin Jasper. The leopard skin jasper, of course, again, has a grounding effect, and it's good for protection in travel as well as protection in astral travel. This also helps to instill feelings of wholeness, serenity, and being cared for. So again, your three jaspers of choice here are the Picture Jasper, the Yellow Jasper, or the Leopard Skin Jasper. Okay, so let's set that aside and let's talk a little bit about the astrological energy for the week. There's not a lot going on, but on Monday the 25th, again, Christmas Day, Venus, the planet of love, relationships, finance, money, our sense of self-worth, our values. It's moving out of the sign of Sagittarius, where she was very freedom-oriented and independent and more of a risk-taker. Now she's moving into the sign of Capricorn for the next few weeks, where she's much more grounded and practical and reserved and conservative. Now, this can be really good for the divine feminine as far as their life work, their business, their career. It can actually also help with the manifestation process with monies and finances as well. In relationships, again, she's going to have more of a serious tone while she's in Capricorn. She's going to be much more practical and goal-oriented in her approach to things. Now, shortly after she moves into Capricorn on Monday, she'll be connecting with Saturn, which also just very recently, last week, went into the sign of Capricorn, where Saturn will be for the next 2.5 years. So with Venus connecting with Saturn, it again almost makes it even more grounded, even more practical, even more third dimensional. And again, Saturn gives it that manifestation quality. So there's definitely something here with the Venus going into Capricorn and connecting with Saturn on Monday. And it is Christmas, so it's not like you're going to be necessarily working on your life work goals or your career necessarily. But there's, again, this really nice manifestation quality. In fact, I would say because Venus does rule love and relationships, well, let's just say finances and money too, because they're telling me two things here. In the rulership of money and finances, there could actually be a lot of monetary gifts coming in for Christmas. And in regards to relationship matters, this can actually bring commitments. So a lot of people maybe are going to be getting engaged around the Christmas holiday here, or a deepening or more committed feeling within relationships. Also, they're saying an aspect of working together in partnerships. Capricorn has that essence of working together for a common goal, so to speak. So I feel like that's also part of it. On Wednesday the 27th, the moon is in Aries connecting to a couple of planets. And I don't always talk about the moon moving through the signs of the zodiac because it goes through a sign every 2.5 days, and it's always connecting to different planets because it does move so fast. But on Wednesday, the moon is going to be in Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, the sign that rules initiation. And it is going to create a challenging effect to Pluto, or a challenging connection to Pluto, the planet of transformation, regeneration, death and rebirth, transmuting old energies. And then later on in the day, Wednesday, it's going to come into connection with Uranus, which is about sudden and unexpected redirections, surprising energies, freedom energies, independent energies. So I felt like on that day there's going to be some huge transformations taking place within our emotional nature, with our emotions. Our emotions might be going through a purging, cleansing, healing, releasing, and sudden kind of awareness of whatever that healing is surrounding in our lives. On Thursday the 28th, Mars, the planet of energy, the planet of action, of moving forward, is going to be connecting to Neptune. Now this happens really early in the morning Eastern time, around 1 a.m. Eastern. So you're going to be feeling this on Wednesday as well in the Eastern time zone in the United States. Whereas those on the other side of the globe are going to feel it more in the latter part, or the middle or latter part of the day on Thursday. But because Mars rules our physical energy, and whenever it connects to Neptune, really no matter what kind of connection it is, this again is a trine aspect, which is a positive aspect, but you're still going to feel, I feel, a little bit lacking in vitality and physical energy. You might feel more tired. Neptune has this energy of usurping, things. So it's going to kind of, again, usurp your physical energy. You're going to feel a little bit more, I don't want to say lackluster, but you're just definitely going to feel like, you don't have that physical vitality as much. This can also be for women, because Mars rules that masculine principle for women. This could be something to where we're wearing rose-colored glasses and our relationships with men in our lives. We could be having like a fantasizing, a romanticizing effect, wearing rose-colored glasses in some way. This doesn't necessarily mean it's a negative, but just to be aware that, we're looking at the very best within our relationship with the men in our lives and romanticizing. But it can also have the opposite effect with Neptune there, to where there's some sort of illusion going on or confusion that's happening, things not being seen clearly in regards to relationship, or things not even being seen clearly in regards to moving forward, and being unsure or confused about what those steps might be. Again, because Mars does rule forward movement. So, here we're getting towards the end of the year, we're getting ready to move into a new energy, and we're wanting to, create new intentions for our new year, new goals, and we might be a little confused as to what that really is. And that's okay. It'll clear up. Mars is going to bypass that before the end of the year, and things hopefully will become a little bit more clear for you. But even if it doesn't, just put out your general intentions. Don't feel like you have to have any specifics. Everything is just the way it needs to be, and everything is unfolding just as it needs to be. You're being divinely guided. So, okay. I also want to mention that on Monday, and now Monday is January 1st, it's going to be part of next week's weekly reading, the first day of our new year 2018. But I just want to give you a heads up because we're coming towards a full moon on Monday. So on the 31st, we're approaching that full moon energy. It doesn't happen until Monday, the 1st of January, but you're going to be feeling this energy heightening and increasing and intensifying as we're building up to that full moon in Cancer on Monday. Now, also that particular full moon is a super moon. We'll talk more about that in next week's reading. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides for the week. So we're turning over the first card, and we have the Four of Michael, which is the Four of Swords in the traditional tarot deck. Now, the Four of Michael in this deck says insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, and seeking relief from stress. Well, that makes a lot of sense because, again, we're in the last week of the year 2017. Energies are winding down. You know, we've been through the holiday season, which can be stressful, or at the very least, we're on the go quite a bit. And again, we're feeling a little bit more tired. So this card often does deal with resting, you know, kind of sleeping more, taking care of yourself more, having more downtime. Again, having more meditation time, being more grounded in the mental realm, because the number 4 is about being grounded. And of course, the suit of Michael, the suit of air, or the suit of swords in the traditional tarot, is about the mental realm. Now, it's interesting here, this imagery. We do have a lovely young woman who's in nature. She's sleeping on the ground. I feel like they're saying, yes, getting out in nature is going to be very helpful. So if you can at all, get out in nature, ground yourself. I know that in some areas here, at least in the United States, it is winter time. You know, we're not as likely to get out there in some of the cold and some of the snowy weather that we might have depending on where you live. But if you can get out in nature, I feel like that is going to be quite grounding and quite refreshing for you. Again, as we're going through this holiday season and going through all the busyness that accompanies that holiday season time. But I'm also very drawn to the colors here, and I don't even know what to call them. You know, I'm not sure what these images are exactly, but we do have 4 images, which relates to the 4, of course, of the card. It's almost like the woman is dreaming, and there's these different images here that she's dreaming about. We have almost an apricot color, an orange color, a purple color, a blue color, and a yellow color. So, you know, of course, it makes me think of the chakras here. The orange is relating to that center, the sacral chakra, our center of passion and creative self-expression. Of course, the purple is relating to our crown chakra, where we open to higher awareness and higher guidance. The blue is relating to both the ear chakras and the throat chakra. So this is about our clairaudience abilities, listening to divine guidance, our ability to speak our truth with love and compassion. And then the yellow here, relating to the solar plexus chakra, is about our sense of confidence, our sense of empowerment. So I feel like somehow in our resting, contemplation, meditation time, we're having a healing, especially of these chakras, perhaps all of the chakras, but these are the 4 colors that are shown. So that's very interesting to me as well. I feel like I see rays of sunlight here coming, peeking through the trees of nature and falling down upon this woman. So it kind of makes me feel that the, you know, rays of divine guidance energy, or the rays of God source energy, are illuminating your consciousness, are shining down upon you, bringing healing as you're having some downtime, some self-care, some, you know, contemplation time or meditation time for yourself. So if you at all can do that, I feel like you're going to get a lot of universal light energy pouring down upon you that helps you with some of that, like almost like the last of the healing of 2017 that needs to be taken care of, so to speak. All right. Okay, they just reminded me, actually, as I said that last statement, something I didn't mention astrologically, but we are, as we near this last week of the year, the North and South Node, the karmic points in space, are actually connecting with the lunar eclipse degree of August. Remember when we had the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse back in August? Well, the lunar eclipse was at 15 degrees of Leo, and the nodes right now are at 15 degrees of Leo and Aquarius. So there is a karmic transitioning that's taking place, and hence a healing that's taking place. Okay, so that they're saying was very important to make sure everybody knew. The second card, okay. So here we have Major Arcana number 9, which in the traditional tarot deck is the Hermit card. In this deck, it's called Epiphany with Archangel Raziel. The message at the bottom says, joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. So here's the second card in a row that mentions meditation, that gives us the idea that we need to do some self-reflection and inner healing. That's kind of what the Hermit is about, is going within to find your own light within yourself, to find your inner wisdom, to listen to your inner guidance. And what better time than here at the end of the year? I mean, this is a time where we do a lot of contemplation about the year past, things we may have done, things we may not have done, what we have been working on towards accomplishing, what we need to fine-tune or tweak yet, what we want the new year of 2018 to be about in regards to our goals and what we want to accomplish in the next year that's coming up. So this does really seem timely with the Hermit card, or the Epiphany card here. Archangel Raziel is an archangel that deals with higher wisdom and knowledge, deals with the idea of alchemy or magic. I always say that, to me, Archangel Raziel has the feeling of Merlin the magician, you know, being a very wise sage, and having all these magical abilities. And if you look at Archangel Raziel here, I mean, there's a lot of colors of the rainbow here, both in his wings and around him. And again, he holds that lantern like the Hermit, where he's lighting the way ahead. He's finding that inner light within himself and using that magic within himself to move forward. But again, reflecting on the past, or reflecting on what still might need healing or releasing or letting go before actually moving forward. So it's kind of a silent time. This is kind of a silent loner time in this last year of the year between Christmas and New Year's. Let's turn over the last card here. The last card is another Michael card. So it's another swords card here. It's the Nine of Michael. And it says, your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Okay, so you might be worrying about the future. You might be worrying about things of the past. You know, whatever it is that you might have concerns or anxieties about, this is a message to let it go. Remember, again, we're in the last week of this year. It's really time to release and let go of the old energies. We're winding up this universal energy that we've been in through the past year. And with a lot of that comes releasing, healing, letting go, purging, transmuting old emotions and thought processes and feelings and belief systems and patterns. It's really time to let go. Just like it says at the bottom, release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry. There's no need to hang on to them anymore. It's time to cut the cords. And Archangel Michael is the archangel that helps you to cut those cords. So call him in to release you, pull the cords or cut the cords to the past and to all of those emotional or mental energies that you no longer need to hold on to. This is actually a good card because we're getting near the end here with the number 9. You know, then we have the number 10 and we go into the court card. So we're nearing the end of this mental energy that we're holding on to that we don't need to hold on to anymore. Okay, let's now look at this special message card. I pulled one of the cards from the Archangel divination deck for everyone. So I wanted to see what Archangel was with us for the last week of the year and what the message might be. So as we turn this over, okay, we have Archangel Zadkiel, and the message here is compassion. What a beautiful image too. Archangel Zadkiel is surrounded in golden yellows and oranges, again signifying empowerment and confidence and self-assuredness and creativity and passion. And passion is a part of the word compassion, which is very interesting. But the message at the bottom says, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all of the people involved, including yourself. Now, Archangel Zadkiel is obviously the Archangel of Compassion. He helps us to let go of judgment. The judgment can be judgments towards ourselves, judgments towards other people, or towards situations or groups of people. He also is the archangel that helps us with forgiveness. You know, as we judge, and judgment, whether it's towards ourselves or others, is never, you know, the best energy to have. And so Archangel Zadkiel, with his compassion energy, helps us to forgive ourselves, forgive other people, forgive our, you know, the situations that we've put ourselves in or gone through. Remember, all the situations and circumstances that we've been in is part of what our soul chose to go through in order to learn and grow and evolve through this journey of life. Archangel Zadkiel also helps in healing to release old emotions, old emotional energies or situations. And so that again has kind of been the theme of this reading. It's rest and letting go and releasing judgment and, you know, letting go of any worries, releasing worry. That's kind of been the theme for this week, because it is the last week. You know, it is the last week of this year, and it would be really a good thing if you did what the Four of Michael suggests here, and spending some time alone in contemplation and meditation to allow that healing, the healing here that the Nine of Michael talks about, in releasing old energies, old guilts or regrets, because that's not going to help us to hold on to guilt or regrets or any lower vibrational emotions or thoughts. And again, to find that light within yourself, find that light within yourself, and have compassion and non-judgment for yourself and for all others. So let's take a look at your special message card, depending on your, I guess, Jasper of choice. Okay. So the first Jasper was the picture Jasper. So we're going to give the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And I chose the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck because Venus, the goddess Venus, was moving into Capricorn today. Or, I mean, I should say Monday. So, okay, so picture Jasper, people. It's Irene with peace. And the message at the bottom, there is no need to worry. There's that message again. There's no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. So I always, when I look at this card, and she's holding it's like a cornucopia, I guess, of grapes, and she's holding a child over here who's wrapped in purple, which is that divine color, you know, that color of higher awareness and higher spiritual expression of energies. You know, I almost get the sense they're saying to find your inner child, you know, find your inner child and wrap your inner child with this divine purple light of the higher dimensional energies of awareness and unconditional love and peace and compassion. And when I look at the cornucopia, again, there's purple grapes over here, so that purple color is prominent. We're talking about abundance here, you know. Find your sense of peace and balance, because that's going to bring the abundance of opportunities that you are working towards or looking towards manifesting in your life. So just stay in a place of peace and stay in a place of that higher vibrational purple energy. Focus on that crown chakra of energy. And I feel like, too, this has a lot to do with the emotional realm and our feelings, because there's water here in the background, which deals with the emotional body. So just let go of any worries or concerns, because, again, everything is unfolding perfectly in divine timing, as it should be. All right, for those of you that chose the yellow Jasper, so let's give this a shuffle and ask for the message for yellow Jasper, people. Yellow Jasper, vast, independent. Love this card. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. And isn't it interesting? We have the yellow Jasper, and we have all this yellow in this card with vast and independence, which deals with that solar plexus chakra, our center of willpower and confidence and independence and take charge ability. It is truly that energy of empowerment here. And look at the goddess. She's just standing in a stance of being totally in her own power. She's confident. She is, you know, not wavering at all in her beauty and her strength. And she knows that her strength and confidence is a part of her beauty. So There's a lot here with a feline energy as well, as you can see. She is the goddess of, well, I don't know if I can say she's the goddess of cats, but, you know, here this is an Egyptian goddess. We've got cats here on either side of her, and cats are an animal of mystery. They're it's almost like a seductive sort of energy of mystery and magic with the cat. So kind of bring that into your awareness as well. It's like owning your own inner mystery, owning your own inner magic, owning your own inner self-empowerment this week is going to bring you to a place that you need to be with your healing and growth. All right, and then for those of you that chose the leopard skin jasper, so let's give this a shuffle, asking for the message for, okay, leopard skin jasper, and this one's calling my attention. We got Sedna with infinite supply. And Sedna says, you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Now here, again, we have a lot of purple energy, so we get back to that higher awareness and higher crown chakra energy. Again, we have this water element with the emotional body back here. We have a whale. You can see the fins or the tail of the whale, but you can see his head here underneath. And to me, whales are an ancient kind of symbol of, wow, connectedness. I just, you know, this is the intuitive sense I get with this. I feel like a lot like the whales and the dolphins, I feel like have such a higher consciousness, a higher connectedness to universal energies. You know, a lot of the animals do, but when I think of dolphins and whales, I think of this ancient, esoteric kind of magical connection and expansion of consciousness that these animals have. And we're dealing again with the emotional realm. Like our emotions have a lot of power. And we as third dimensional human beings have a lot of challenges at times with reining in our emotional power. You know, our emotional bodies are sometimes a little bit difficult to handle, but if we learn to project the most positive of emotions, which are what? Unconditional love and compassion. We go back to that word compassion. When we transmit or project those higher emotions, we definitely make magic happen. And just like Sedna says here, you are supplied for all of your todays and all of your tomorrows. This is about abundance and prosperity, infinite abundance and prosperity, infinite blessings from the universe coming in, not just financially speaking, but in many different ways, through many different opportunities, through many different gifts that God Source Energy Universe is here to supply you with. So focus on those ideas as you move throughout your week. I hope you've liked this weekly reading. Thank you so much, everyone, for all of your love and support this year, your lovely comments, your donations and gifts. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, commenting on my videos, commenting on my Facebook posts, visiting my website, signing up for readings and healing sessions. I love all of you so much, and I'm just so grateful to have each and every one of you and your wonderful positive energy in my life. I send you all many blessings as we end this year 2017 and get ready to move into a brand new energy of 2018. So many angel blessings and much love and light to each and every one of you. Namaste.